Hi guys, it's your boy GadgetMan404 here, and today's little chat is going to be about the new DJI FPV drone. Now, some leaked names said it was going to be called a Flash. It makes like a weird noise when you turn it on, but I think DJI have just stuck with what they know and quite basic DJI FPV drone. That's the name of the drone. What do you guys think of this drone now? Since it was launched on the 2nd, probably in the UK on the 3rd or the 5th, there's been tons of crashes on YouTube, like expert FPV racer pilots, and this is the one thing that's putting me off it, is it's not modular. So basically, if you crash a normal race drone, you can change that arm, that ESC, that motor, those propellers, or you can change the flight control board, the camera. You can just repair on the go. With the new DJI FPV drone, you can't. I think you can replace the canopy and the outer shells that go over and under the arm, and maybe propellers, but that's it. You crash that drone in the field and you break something, and you're not gonna be able to repair it in the field. You're gonna have to send it away to DJI, which they charge you an extra $200. So probably in England we'll pay £200 to £250 for the care refresh, and then they have to send it away, and then you've got to wait so long for it to come back. Have you seen the video that Ken Heron did? He literally just landed it a little bit, not heavy, he just bounced it, and now it's broke the battery, and those batteries cost $150, and we will pay probably £150 plus in the UK. Now for a battery, it's ridiculous. Now, yeah, it's great because you're getting 20 minutes of flight time, but it isn't the normal characteristics of FPV. It's stabilized, or it has stabilization in the actual drone itself. It has return to home, it's got GPS, it's got normal mode, manual mode, sports mode. Manual mode will be like acro, so no stabilization. If it's doing all of this, then you're in control of that. And I think that's where the FPV pilots have been trying to put it through its paces, and because it doesn't act like a normal GPS or a normal race drone, should I say, that is where they're having the issues. If you look at a normal race drone, they're quite flat, probably about this thick in general. This DJI drone is sort of a bulk up here, and the main frame goes like this. It might be narrow, but it's long, and it's fat, so it's not aerodynamic, or maybe that's why it's looking up. It reminds me of like a bird beak. There's the head, and there the camera is the beak. And yes, you can tilt it down and tilt it up. If you have it in stabilised, then it does it for you. So when you're flying full whack forward, the camera will tip itself up. But if you want to look over water, you're flying over or whatever, then you can turn the camera down, but it doesn't do a full 90 degrees. I think it goes to about 50 or something, 40 to 50 degrees. But it looks an interesting drone, but my main worry is it's repairing it. There's only so much you will be able to do. Now, I've seen a few more videos. Ash from Droning On did a video that I only saw literally this morning. I don't know when he posted it. This is one thing with YouTube. I've subscribed to loads and loads of people, and I've got 907 to 908 subscribers, but when I put a video out, I might only get 20 or 30 views, but I've got 908 subscribers. And surely most of them would have the notification bell ticked for YouTube. So when I upload a video, they know I've uploaded a video. I'm not always getting the notifications through on my phone when people upload their videos. I don't know if that's just a glitch thing, but it's been going on for a long time now, and I don't know if there's anything that I can do about that. Some settings I need to change, but anyway, that's another story. So yeah, Ash from Droning On, I watched a video literally this morning. Now this has been recorded on Thursday. What date is it? It's the 4th. Yeah, 4th of March today. Basically he's saying that apart from props, canopy, camera and outer and upper arm coverings, there are no new arms, there are no new motors, there are no new frames, there are no new flight controller ESCs on their website. Now surely when any company design a new drone, they should have thousands of parts ready for spares, because this drone is going to be crashed. You know, people are going to try and make it do things that it shouldn't do, and they're going to crash it. And it's going to cost us in the UK 1,250 quid or 1,249 quid. In America it's $1,299. So, you know, that is ridiculous amount of money. Yeah, you're getting £600 to £700 FPV goggles, £150 battery, and then the new style controller, which looks like a TBS. It looks like the TBS Team Black Sheep Pro. It's not black, but it is the same shape. It's the same sort of aerial. I don't know if the Team Black Sheep aerial folds, but DJI one does. So it's for storage. I believe you can take the joysticks off the controller of the new DJI one, and there's a little gap underneath it where you can store them, so you can put it in a backpack. But even putting that in a backpack, it's bulky, it's fat. So I would pack it away with no props on, have the controller in another bag, something like hanging on your hip or something, and just have the drone itself in a backpack, because you know that's a lot of money. And he only, like I said, going back to the Ken Heron video, he only come down a little bump, like 1 or 2 bumps, and it's done something to the battery. He now can't turn the battery off. So care refresh, $200 to get it. Then you have to pay however much the first installment is for your first repair. You only get 2 new units in the whole year. So he was saying, so sending that battery back, is that used up one of his claims? Because normally you claim the whole drone. So should he send the whole drone and the battery and say, is it the drone that's faulty or is it the battery that's faulty? When he jolted the battery, it could have banged something in the drone, and now it's, when he's pressing the button, it's not recognising the battery is actually being turned off. I mean, I don't know, but it's a lot of money, and he's telling people don't buy it. And there's loads of people saying the same thing, saying don't buy it. If you want a drone with top spec, people will build you one with goggles and everything else, and you'll probably be paying under $1,000. You know, and you'll have the best flight controller, the best motors, ESCs. If you want, that's what you want, batteries, charger, they can get everything, goggles for under £1,000. I still think personally £1,000 is a lot. I paid $370 for my Mavic Mini, and that was a lot of money for me, and I'm still paying it off. I'm doing like a monthly plan. I've got about 3 months to go, and I finished it, and it's taken me 1.5 years to pay it off. Yeah, I've paid off the money, and then there's interest on top. So it cost me $370. I probably paid nearly $550, nearly £500 back with the interest that you paid. But that's, you know, sometimes when you want to get something, you have to do that. You know, you can't, if you can't afford it like me on my wage and running a house and family, then you have to buy it on the Never Never, as one way of saying it. Let me just have a drink a minute, guys. My daughter's boyfriend got me this for Christmas, legend, and I got a pair of socks to match. So yeah, we got on all right. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think? 1,250 quid for a drone that when you break it, when you crash it, which you will have a job getting it repaired without sending it off to DJI. You know, there's not much repairs you can do yourself. I believe there's a few videos floating around which are tutorials from DJI showing you how to replace the canopy and probably how to change the camera. But there's a lot more gubbins. You've got GPS module in there, you've got your flight controller in there. You know, it's got software built into the flight controller, so when you're flying with your goggles, you plug it into your phone and you can like fly a simulator, and it's like coming through the goggles, and you're using the real controller. So that is quite cool. Right, I'll give this one an end because my battery up here is flashing. I've been on for 11.5 minutes nearly. So what do you guys think of the new DJI FPV drone? I think it's a great innovation, because there's not many race drones that have FPV, that have an instant stabilize, have an instant brake, obstacle avoidance, 4K 60 FPS camera with tiltable gimbal that adjusts itself at certain angles, with all the other stuff it does as well. You know, it's very innovative, or whatever the word is, but it's too expensive. It's not going to be easy to repair, and when you're in a race and you crash it, you're done. So unless it's just a prop that you break, but internally, if you have hard crashes, you could damage the flight control board and the ESCs, and you're not going to know that they're damaged, even though there is, I believe, something in the software that doesn't work yet that actually will scan the drone, and it does like a diagnostics, and it tells you in the goggles if there's an issue with one of your motors or one of your ESCs. But if you go to the DJI website, you can't buy motors, you can't buy arms, you can't buy ESCs, you can't buy flight controllers. So why have that issue? Why have that option? And if it tells you the motor's gone, then what are you supposed to do? You can't buy a new motor yet. I mean, give them a few weeks, a few months, but why would you launch something and you haven't got the support if it breaks? You know, everyone knows if things break, you need the parts to fix it. And DJI, I thought that a massive company like DJI, they've missed the boat here. They haven't supplied any or hardly any parts that you're going to need at some point, and people need those things now. People have smashed arms off, people have broken the cameras, completely smashing them, flown into a brick wall or whatever, because the obstacle avoidance, it doesn't actually stop like on all the Mavic range. It warns you and slows you down, but if you keep going forward, it will keep going forward. Now surely obstacle avoidance is supposed to avoid the obstacle, not let you know it's there but still keep going. What's the point of that? That don't make sense. If obstacle avoidance is not just to warn you there's something there, but to take evasive action or stop so you don't hit it. I've seen lots of videos and people are still able to creep forward, and they stop pushing forward because the drone isn't stopping, it's still letting them go forward. And the whole point to me of obstacle avoidance is to not let you hit the obstacle. But that's enough on that subject. What do you guys think? Leave comments about what do you think about the new DJI FPV drone. I think it's a great idea, but practical and expense wise, it's not affordable for the general market. It's going to be the rich boys that have got rich mummy and daddy that can afford to buy 5 of these, 2 of these, and break one, just get another one out. Money's no object. But for me to pay that kind of money on something and crash it within a few days and then can't get parts for it, I would not be happy to spend all that money and then you can't get it repaired. But that's just me. That's it, guys. Rant over, discussion over. Have your say. What do you guys think of the new DJI FPV race drone? I've been Gadget Man 404. You guys have been awesome as always. Stay safe, fly safe, keep each other safe. Hit the bell notification, guys, on YouTube because it's free to do so. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel if you've made it this long in the video, because my videos are quite lengthy. Not so much flight videos, but vlog type videos. They are 12-20 minutes long, whatever. But if you think there's some interesting points here, there's information you didn't know, please give this video a like and hit the thumbs down twice, guys, if you don't like the video. And that's it. Gadget Man 404 out. See you in the next one, guys. Take care. See ya. Bye. Bye. Bye.